Hey, it's Kat here, and today I'm going to be showing you how I crocheted this beautiful chunky granny square cardigan. This is actually a tribute to my nan, who is in hospital at the moment and has made granny square blankets since as long as I can remember. Let's get into it. First, I made 27 granny squares using one of my other videos, which I'll link here. Then I laid them all out using a diagram that I drew, which was really helpful knowing which square went where. I used 9 squares for the back and 6 for the front, 3 down each side. Then the arms were 6 squares each. I sewed together the back panel first, so it was just a big square made up of these 9 squares. I used a large tapestry needle to sew together all the squares, starting from the bottom of the back panel. I flipped the squares so the back loop was easy to see on each one, and then carefully sewed them up using the back loop only. I think this is called the match stitch, going as far as I could and then joining on each square as I went along. Also, where the squares crossed the middle of each of the 4 squares, I made sure that was sewn up really nice and tight. I sewed these all up as far as I could go, and then the crossway section I did in exactly the same way. Then I sewed up the sleeves using the same technique. When the sleeves had been sewn to the body, I turned the whole thing inside out and then used some of the ends to secure the sections by tying them together while I sewed up the rest of the seams. Then I turned it back the right way round and tried it on for size. I'm so excited to do the next parts, but I'm not excited about weaving in all those ends. Next, I'm going to single crochet around the front middle section all the way from one side to the other. I actually did 1 double crochet when I got to the part between the squares, and then went back to single crocheting along the rest of the side of the square, which made sure the gaps between each square were filled in nicely. I also made some double crochets in the top corners where the neckline is to fill in those gaps. I think I did 3 double crochets on each side, and then went back and forth single crocheting for a couple of times in the back loop only, just to make it kind of rib looking. I'm so pleased with how this came out. Let me know what you think in the comments. I love the chunkiness of it, but it's not too bulky because you got the holes where they should be and it just looks so pretty. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I bring out videos like this all the time, and I was so pleased with how this turned out. I'm definitely going to be making more cardigans on this channel in the future. I will leave the granny square video here for you to see how I made the other squares, and I'll see you in that video.